محمد وآل محمد
بسم الله بالله وعلى ملة رسول الله إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون لذنب قضائه وتسليمه. Brothers and sisters listening, I will not take up too much of your time because it has been a very long day for each and every one of you. It has been a long few nights, in fact. You leave your work and you come over and you sit down and you listen to the Molana speak about Imam Hussain. He teaches you, he educates you, he works with you. Eventually, at the end of the night, when you're tired, you go home. Even after Ashura today, those who have done Zanjir, Allah accept from them. Those who have done Maktam, Allah accept from them. Those who recited, those who attended, those who participated. But eventually you got some time to sit down, to take some rest, to drink some water, and do all of this without any fear of someone walking into you, slapping you when you cry, striking you when you complain. And also tonight, right now, अगर इजाज़त हो बस एक तबसरा मैं करना चाह रहा था। मैं वहाँ खैमगाह में वहाँ मौजूद था कि जहाँ पे लोग खून का भरोसा दे रहे थे, और एक चीज़ मेरे जहन में आई। मैं चाह रहा हूँ कि आप इसको अगर महसूस कर सकें तो महसूस करें। जब भी कोई मातमी हल्के में आता और जंजीर निकाल के मातम करता तो 4-5 लोग अतराफ में खड़े हो जाते सिर्फ ये देखने के लिए कि जो आशिक है मोहम्मद व आले मोहम्मद है, ये कहीं मातम में ज्यादती न कर ले, इसको कहीं ऐसा जख्म न पड़ जाए कि जो इसके लिए मोहलिक हो। न जाने कैसे लोग थे, अली अकबर पे तलवार चलाते रहे, ज़रबे लगाते रहे, कोई रोकने वाला न था। किसने रोके ये न कहा कि आज शबीह रसूल कितना इसको काटोगे। जज़ाकुमुल्लाह खैर जज़ा। किसी गम में ना रोएं आप सिवाय गम मोहम्मद व आले मोहम्मद में। You sat here and now you will go home tonight. You with the peace of mind, even if you are not sitting with your children right now, you have the peace of mind that my young child is on the premises and my young child is safe. And God forbid, if your young child does get lost, you do not have to worry that your wife have to run around. You do not have to worry. You know, if my son or my daughter gets lost, one of the Mu'mineen brothers, they will get up and they will look for my child with me. You do not have to worry that your sister or your wife on her own has to run around the premises to look for one child or the other child. And when all is said and done, you go home and you sleep and you rest. For us, Sayyidah Salaamullah alayha is very merciful. She will accept this from us. Our tears, our love, our passion, our connection, all is accepted, inshallah. But you know who does not get to sleep tonight? Zainab and her children don't get to sleep tonight. You know who has to stay up all night and become Abbas for the night? Zainab Salaamullah alayha has now to become Abbas for the night. Is it not custom and is it not ritual and is it not understood in all parts of the world? If somebody is to lose a loved one, everybody gathers around them and they pay their condolences and they pay their respect. He said, you know what, you rest today, we will manage and we will cover for you. Yes? And everybody gathers around them. Zainab Salamullah alayha has lost 18 of the people from her house, 18 members of her family, and she is the one condoling everyone. Instead of everybody coming to Bibi Zainab Salamullah alayha and everybody holding her and hugging her and cradling her, she goes out and says, Rabab, are you okay? Farma, make sure you're okay. Beta Sakina, you stay well. This daughter of Ali ibn Abi Talib, she goes around and she condoles everyone. Even Allama Naqdan wrote in his book, after Imam Hussain alayhi salatu salam was martyred, he writes in his book, when the enemy comes close to the tents and they have firewood in his hand, the first thought that must have come to Zainab's mind is she went back to Medina and she remembered the day when the Muslims gathered at her door and they would yell at her mother and say, Zahra, tell Ali to come out of the house now. And she would say, do you not know this is the house of Rasulullah? This is the first thought that must have come through Zainab's mind. And they come and they light the camps. Bibi Zainab walks in and she goes to Imam al-Sajjad and she says, Sajjad, tell me and advise. Does Zainab run out of these burning tents or does she stay in the tents and burn out? What is your hukum as an Imam? The Imam responded and said, Zainab, leave the tents. Ya Amma, leave the tents. Oh, aunt, leave the tents. And this is where you understand the strength, the physical and the metaphysical strength of Zainab Salamullah alayha, where Aqilatul Arab, Alima Ghair Muallima, carries Isma on her shoulders and she carries the weight of Imama and she walks out from the tent. Carrying the weight of Imama, Zainab Salamullah alayha, she walks out of the tent. The riwayat narrate, they say, there came a time in the night where Zainab Salamullah alayha is patrolling the camps and she's making sure nobody dare come close to the daughters of Zahra and Ali. And she notices a rider come forth. The rider has a niqab, he has a veil over his face. And he comes close. Bibi Zainab warns him, he says, oh rider, stop. Do you not dare come close to the daughters of Ali and Zahra. Zainab is here. This is Abbas's sister. She holds guard tonight. Do you not dare come close to us? But the rider doesn't stop. And as soon as he comes close to Bibi Zainab Salamullah alayha, he uncovers his veil. She sees, who is it? It is Ali ibn Abi Talib. It is her father, all the way from the church. It is I, Ali ibn Abi Talib. Zainab, you won't be alone on this night tonight. Ali, your father is here with you. I can only imagine how Bibi Zainab must have hugged her father and started from the beginning and told him, Baba, do you know what happened today? Oh Baba, do you know what happened today? Do you know what they did to Ali Akbar today? Do you know what happened to Abbas today? Do you know what they did to Imam al-Hussein? You know what it reminds me of? When you read history, you know how it reminds you? Zainab Salamullah alayha with Imam Ali is exactly as Sakina with the head of Imam al-Hussein in Sham. You know how Sakina holds the head of her father? And she cradles it and complains, Baba, after you left, do you know what happened? Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. One of the last things I want to iterate, and remember this. When Bibi Zainab is looking around, now she is in charge. The men are all dead. Only a Sajjad, and a Sajjad alayhi salatu salam is weak and is feeble right now. He's unwell right now. It is her responsibility. She goes out and she looks and she notices and she calls to her sister and she's worried. She says, do you know where Sakina is? Has anyone seen where Sakina is? I see all the children. I cannot find Sakina. Does anyone know where Sakina is? Somebody said, I noticed a little girl run towards the maqtal. Run towards where all the people are cut up and their bodies are placed over there, towards the maqtal. Bibi Zainab salamullah alayha, she goes towards the maqtal. Sakina, Ya Sakina. How does she look for Sakina salamullah alayha? In the distance, she noticed a little girl has thrown herself on a body that does not have a head. And she's holding on to it. She goes to her and she wakes her up. And she says, Ya Sakina, oh my daughter Sakina, oh my beloved, oh my love Sakina, what are you doing here? She says, oh aunt, when the Khayyam caught fire, I had to run and I had to leave. I did not know which direction to go to, so I called on my father. I said, Ya Abati, Ya Abati. He says, when I was running towards the mother from this janaza, a voice came to me, Bunayya, Bunayya, Ilayya, Ilayya. Oh my daughter, to me, to me. Oh my daughter, to me, to me. He says, I came to him and I hugged him and I held him. He said, did he say anything? Yes, he told me a few things. And he also mentioned a few things. And this is where the Imam has remembered, my brothers, each and every one. He says, what does he have to say? He says, Shi'ati, imma yushabtum ma'al-'azmin fadhkuruni. Oh my Shi'as, every time you drink water that suits you, do not forget my thirst. Because I was killed and I was thirsty. Inna lillahi wa